I got into a very heated debate a few days ago on an Instagram page, and I want to bring my healthy take on a discussion that I believe is too superficial on Instagram, at least. And that's because of the short space that people have to express themselves. And some topics like orgasm are not that simple. Okay? They're not too complicated, but they're not that simple. Hi, this is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Welcome back to my channel. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy. Today, we're going to take a critical dive into the topic of orgasm. First of all, here's the post or the content that basically triggered me. A woman, allegedly, at least based on the visual, was sharing anonymously that she can have orgasm when a guy kisses her a certain kind of way. And based on my work, I was like, yeah, that's not entirely accurate. Like, I got tripped on the words, a guy. I automatically translate that as any guy. And I know for a fact, all women are selective. Some are highly selective, some are just selective. So a guy, to me, was like, nope. To me, it was a red flag. Like, it was not enough information. It was there were too many unknowns there, basically. So I criticized that post. I said my stuff, like, first of all, why would that need to be anonymous? If it's with the guy that you're with, that's no secret. That would be something to be super proud of. Like, that would not be a secret. And you would not have to post it anonymously or something. It would not be something to be ashamed of. And then I said, unless it's like really with any guy, and therefore, yeah, that would probably get you into trouble with your work or in your community or with your family or whatever. And then I concluded saying, I can't imagine what kind of a woman could actually have orgasm with a guy, any guy. And by what kind of a woman, I wasn't referring to the quality of the person. I was referring to the wiring, like what kind of a woman, and mind you, I could say what kind of a man could say that if a woman or a chick would kiss them in a certain way, they would orgasm. It's not with even men. Like, we have this stereotype that men can do it with just about anyone and anything. Like, there are some really low value stuff out there. And I'm the one that challenges that. Look, everybody, man, woman, however else they identify, everybody is selective. There's no such thing as a guy, a woman, a chick, a person. There's always a selection. Like, I super got tripped, not in the way that that woman said that she was having orgasm, but with the a guy thing. It's like, it's not just a guy. It's probably a guy that is very special to you. And also, because there were too many unknowns there, if I were to actually meet that woman and have her in coaching, I would actually start to ask her about other stuff. Because I believe that orgasm has more criteria for manifesting than just a guy and a certain kind of kissing in that woman's case. Here's what I mean by that. Number one, your body needs to be well rested and healthy. I guarantee if you have not slept in a very long time, so you're exhausted, you cannot orgasm. A tired or exhausted body cannot do that. Okay, so that is the first condition. I know people are going to say, yeah, well, it's obvious. No, that post was not saying that. That's why I said that there were many unknowns. I got a lot of heat around it, but people were not coaches. Secondly, you need enough chemistry or attraction with somebody. There are many people that you might think they're cute or you might like them, but not enough to spark an orgasm. Orgasm doesn't rely just on a guy whoever, and a technique. It's not that. The first one is health and rest. The second one is enough attraction or chemistry. For everybody, okay? This is for both men and women. The third one, relationship health or quality. I guarantee you, even if it's a stranger and you're into strangers, if the person isn't giving you healthy vibes or trustworthy vibes, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say it again. I don't know what kind of a woman would have the proper wiring to kiss a guy that is not presenting as trustworthy or safe or up to a certain level at least, not to mention hygiene. I'm not going to go there. Okay? Like I said, that post was overly simplistic. And if they were to be kissed by that kind of a guy, they would orgasm. Okay? So relationship health and quality matter. Number 4, the matching technique where you're kind of loving. But it's number 4, okay? You can have somebody apply the proper technique, whatever that is for you, or you're matching your kind of technique. But still, if you're not in a healthy place with that person, if you're exhausted, if there's just not enough attraction, it's not going to do it for you. Okay? It's a two-way street, always. And it's never that simple. And lastly, communication, okay? Pleasure cues, body language. I guarantee you, if I had the person that said that in front of me and I would ask them, okay, let's say that a guy were to kiss you in the way that you said that you want to be kissed. But if for whatever reason they wouldn't enjoy it in that moment, could you still orgasm? If this is a woman that is attuned to the other also, the answer would be no. Think about it. You're making love to somebody or kissing them, and you can feel that the other person isn't into it so much. They're doing the right stuff for you, but they're not into it. You can't really enjoy it. Making love to somebody or just kissing, okay, first base. Doing that with somebody, it's a two-way communication, a two-way street. These are ingredients, okay, health and rest, enough attraction or chemistry, relationship quality, the matching technique, and the body language, the pleasure cues there from both sides. These are all involved. With very, very short posts designed just to like clickbait, you're never going to see that. And you're never going to see all the subtleties involved. And it's not many, okay? It's 5, in my opinion and in my experience doing this work for 8 years now. So when you criticize that, yeah, you know what happened? People told me that I was judgmental. People told me that I was jealous. People told me that I was in the wrong line of work. People told me that I needed to get my life in order. Just because I was contesting a 2-sentence post that lacked a lot of the stuff that is needed in intimacy. I was answering politely, basically, and I was like, dude, my life is fine. I exist outside of Instagram. My work is more complex, and I actually took a comment there or reply there to detail the fact that this is not coaching. I'm reacting to a superficial post with many unknowns, which you take it as face value. I don't take it at face value. And when I do coaching, I send my coachees an intake form with five pages of questions. And we cover a lot of aspects about sexuality. Most of those aspects, I look at them in 2 or 3 sentences, so we cover at least 2 or 3 angles. That is coaching. People were telling me, wow, you shouldn't be doing this work. I'm like, I don't think you understand this work. Yeah, just because I am a coach that criticizes that doesn't mean that you get to decide that, like, who are you to say that I'm bad at my work? But you want to know the outrageous thing? Because I still challenge those kinds of superficial posts when I see them online. Just like I challenged a post by a Coachella, a sex Coachella, claiming that orgasm can get women to lose belly fat. I was like, that is the stupidest thing possible. One, you look at fitness. You don't lose fat in just a focalized area. Your body loses fat overall. And there's more information coming up because people have realized that it's just clickbait. And more fitness coaches are saying, yeah, you're gonna lose fat overall, not just in one area. Your body doesn't lose fat in one place unless you get surgery and you artificially remove a part of your belly fat. And then losing overall body fat actually means diet, a certain kind of diet or food regimen, a certain kind of exercises, rest. Like, there's more hydration, lymph drainage. There's more involved than just an orgasm. Like, I know we want to put clickbait stuff out there, but when somebody works in, because that post was, I challenged it as another sex coach. There was a fitness coach that was challenging it. It was like, no, it's cute, but really, as a fitness coach with a lot of studies on this also, I'm going to tell you, you don't lose fat in just one area of your body. You lose it overall, and it's not orgasm. It's a more complex, not too complex, but it's not orgasm. It's what you eat, how much you exercise, how much you rest, how much you hydrate, lymph drainage, and all of that. Like, really, my mistake there, because I ended up deleting my comment, but my first mistake there was debating with people that are ignorant to stuff. They just want to take things at face value and that's it. And secondly, my mistake there was thinking that, oh, this was just going to be a debate and that's it. You know what some of those people did? Because they don't have my background and my work, so to them I was the hateful person. They entered my profile and they started reporting random posts from my profile. And I was getting the notifications from Instagram. First of all, let me tell you, the posts are still there because there was nothing wrong with those posts. But you know what that is? In a conversation, in a debate, when people can no longer hold up to the points that the other party is making, you know what they do? They attack the person. Not the points that they're making, not the idea. They just attack the person. They start assuming stuff about the person. They bring in the person's character and so on. That kind of error in debating is called ad hominem error. Online, you don't know the person, so what do? You go on their online profile and you attack that profile, meaning you report it. That has got to be the ad social media error. Really. And there's no, when somebody stoops to that level, like you run out of arguments or points here and you go for attacking the person, that's where you disqualify in a conversation. So I deleted my comment because people were they resorted to that, really. And I said, you know what, this is not, like, my posts are still up because there's nothing wrong with them. My profile is still up because there's nothing wrong with it. Just because somebody doesn't like what you're saying doesn't mean that that person's work is invalid. It just means that you don't like them and you run out of stuff to tell them, so you attack their profile. Let me go again through my list of stuff that you need in order to orgasm. 1, health and rest. 2, enough attraction or chemistry with the person. 3, relationship health or the quality of the interaction. 4, your matching technique. Okay, you're kind of loving. And 5, pleasure cues or body language. Okay, you got to know that they're also enjoying it, not just you. Okay, that one is all too frequent. You're doing stuff because you know the other person likes them. You don't like them so much. The other person feels that and they tune out of pleasure also. If they are a more in tune lover, because if they're not attuned to themselves and also to the other person, they're going to be oblivious to the fact that the other person is not enjoying it. And yeah, that does happen. And you can actually go to the video that I made about the case, the date rape case that I presented from my country. This has happened. 2 people that were having sex multiple times. At one time, the guy ended up raping the girl. She had said no, he hadn't heard it. she froze, he didn't feel. Like he was making love to her, but he never perceived that she was frozen in that moment. And frozen is from the psychological terms fight, flight, or freeze. A lot of women experience freeze in intimacy when they don't want it, or something has shifted so much, like their boundaries are pushed to the level where they freeze. They're no longer enjoying it. And the other person doesn't pick it up. Okay? That's why I put it in my list of orgasmic capacity. I put it at number 5, pleasure cues or body language. Okay? I believe that if somebody's really attuned to themselves, they can perceive if their partner, the one they're making love with, isn't enjoying it. Like they're not in pleasure. So they can't be either. There's no way you can convey that in a simplistic post on Instagram or in just a few lines of comments. But if that stuff is ever brought to my face in the future and people tell me that I'm judgmental, that I have a miserable life, that I'm lousy at my job, that I shouldn't be doing this job, they never even went through coaching with me. This is the video that explains it, you know? And this is the stuff that I want to also point out. There's a lot of clickbait because people want to reach as many as possible online with their content, so they oversimplify. And this is known in marketing. You have to exaggerate and make even glossier the results, you know, the grounded, human, realistic results that you get in order to sell. And there are many marketing influencers that I follow, and some of them, one from my country also, who said it. If you can't embellish the results and make them so simple and so sparkly so that more people can grasp them, you know, like oversimplify them or exaggerate them, you're not going to sell. Because the audiences or the masses, like that page is for the masses, they don't understand subtleties. They don't understand caveats and conditions needed. Because it's not that simple. It's not too complicated either, okay? 5 ingredients, it's not that complicated. But those are realistic. And realistic stuff, like everyday grounded stuff, because please understand, everything that you do, your business, your health, your fitness, your diet, your intimacy, your relationship, has got to be grounded in your daily life. That post, the woman saying that, you know, me being tripped on a guy, any guy, that was also overly simplified in order to reach the masses. So I would love to know your take on this. And also, I would love to know if you can recognize when something is just clickbait or when something is presented in a realistic manner. And I would also love to know if whenever somebody challenges your ideas of whatever, intimacy, sexuality, health, whatever, if you automatically put them in the category of you're judgmental or you're jealous, or if you actually start to pay attention to what they're saying. I would love to know that. I think that's also important in our growth overall. And if somebody's attacking you, like I'm gonna end it on this note. How do you react? In my case, I was really happy that I managed to react in a very polite, respectful way. And I did say in several comments, I understand. It's your right. It's a free world. You can call me whatever you want. You can interpret me in whatever way you want. It doesn't represent me. But it's your right and your freedom to put whatever labels you want on me. It doesn't mean I accept them. It doesn't mean I live by them. It doesn't mean that they're true. It's just the labels that you choose based on whatever you read or see or interpret to put them on me. They're not mine. They're yours. You want to strap them on me? Sure, I'll remove them and send them back to you, but you know, it's your right to do so. So I want to know if somebody challenges you, especially putting on a lot of labels, how do you react? It's not easy, but how do you react? I would love to know. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next post or in the next video. And by the way, check out my Instagram account also. My text posts are long. They're usually carousels with a lot more information to explain. You know, if you want to go for in-depth content on Instagram also. Check out my Instagram account. I'll link it under this video. See you next time. Bye.